The National Lotteries Commission office in Pretoria is being raided by the Special Investigating Unit and the Hawks. eNCA's Barry Bateman is there. Why are they doing this, Barry? What's going on?
Yeah, good morning, Jane. Well, this follows on a search and seizure warrant which was obtained yesterday, and it's barely a month after President Cyril Ramaphosa issued the proclamation for the Special Investigating Unit to investigate allegations of fraud and corruption within the National Lotteries Commission. The investigation period spans as early as January 2014 up until the month that the investigation was through the proclamation. And what they're looking for, it relates to the disbursement of grants and the possible fraud and corruption between officials within the Commission and outside grant beneficiaries, if you will. But the way we understand the modus operandi of the people defrauding the National Lotteries Commission is that they would set up bogus non-profit organizations which would create the front that they would be doing certain activities within the communities. And then officials inside here would then facilitate the disbursement of grants, and we're talking tens of millions of rands per organization. And these monies would flow to those organizations, which ultimately there would be a kickback for the people in here and the financial benefit for the people outside. It's that what is being investigated. They're looking for documents, computers, storage devices, anything that they'd be able to put together and start creating a paper trail to get a case ready for court.
Any idea who the perpetrators are?
What we know at this stage, and at first the raid is not just going to be happening here. We understand, I've learned a short while ago, that they're also going to metro file offices, so where the archived documents would be held. We also understand that there might be a search, and this is not confirmed, on an attorney that has done some work for the National Lotteries Commission. But in terms of people who've been implicated, if you've been following the reports over the last couple of years, the Chief Operations Officer of the National Lotteries Commission, Philemon Letwaba, has featured prominently as being implicated in these allegations of corruption. And we understand that he had, or it's alleged that he had facilitated disbursements of grants to people linked, such as family members, relatives, and friends, old friends from his previous days as working at Eskom. So those, we understand, at the very least, is the Chief Operations Officer. He's been suspended since March this year. No indication what the outcome is of an internal investigation that was initiated into his conduct, but he would be, I suppose, the prime person they'd be looking into at this stage.
And obviously, I mean, this sort of arrest shouldn't detract from those who should be getting this money, those communities, those people who rely on lottery money who haven't been getting it.
Yeah, quite right. You know, I think we must also balance this and say that the Lotteries Commission does do a lot of good work. There are a lot of organizations out there that do the groundwork in communities that are deserving, that need the kind of support, that do get the financial support from this institution. But of course, there's that element where greed and corruption comes into play. And money that could have been used to benefit a deserving community has instead been channeled into the pockets of greedy individuals. So it's a tale of corruption we see all over in this particular country. But just going to have a look behind me, Jane. We've got some of the employees are coming out now. And I'm just going to grab the SIU's spokesperson, Kaiser Khanyasi, if you just give me a minute here. Morning, Kaiser. Thanks for making time for us. Just give us a quick breakdown. What exactly are you guys looking for during the search and seize operation?
We got a warrant to search and seize these documents in this building. We are going to be looking at documents that we need for investigation. We are also going to look at electronic equipment that we need for our investigation as per the proclamation. People will remember that we have got a proclamation signed by the President, which is Proclamation R32 of 2020, which says we must look at maladministration in the National Lottery Commission. We must also look at whether there has been the disbursement of this fund has been done in accordance with the law. We are looking at a period between 2014 January to the date of the proclamation, which was the 6th of November. And that is the scope of about 7 years of transactions that were done.
We understand this is not the only site that is going to be the subject of a search. Can you give us an idea of where else the members will be operating today?
Without trying to scare them in advance, We're going to go to where some of the filing is put of this place, and we will go to offices of other people that might be implicated in this thing to make sure that we get all the documents. But at the moment, we are not going to say the names because we do not want to start by accusing people before we finalize the investigation. But we will go everywhere where we find the documents, and we'll get them and make sure that the documents are done. And what we want to say is people must cooperate with us, because anyone who doesn't want to cooperate with us will be dealt with harshly, as people might have known what we have done in the Cedarburg municipality, where we ended up with the municipal manager who was blocking us from doing our work being arrested.
But you refer to individuals who have been identified as potential suspects. The next question that the public is going to be asking, when are we going to see arrests?
Unfortunately, as the SIU, we don't do arrests. We will then, once we have done the investigation and we find criminality, we have got members of the Hawks here with us. We will then refer that matter to them and to the NPA to make sure that the process, the criminal side of things will be done. What we are going to do in cases where we need to recover the money, we'll take the matter to the special tribunal and recover the monies from whoever might have taken it unlawfully.
Thank you very much for your time, Kaiser.
Thank you.
Well, Jane, there you have it, making it quite clear that this is a cooperation between the SIU, which will do the groundwork and the investigations, but when it comes down to that critical part of arrests and putting people in the dock to ensure that they're held accountable, the Hawks will come in and assist over there. And, of course, the NPA will play a vital role in putting together those cases.
Right, rather dramatic developments, and knowing that greed will eventually catch up with you.